Hey guys, this is Scott here from Horse Racing Daily, and tonight we're going to go over Ete Indien and his chances in the Florida Derby. And I'm going to start out by saying that I don't really like his chances, and I'll give you two good reasons why. And number one is he's going to be going an extra, or instead of a mile and 16, he's going to be going a mile and an eighth this time. And number two, he's drawing a bad outside post with a short run to the first turn. And if you've seen my pace scenario video, I only see two options for Ete Indien. And number one is that they try to gun him again from the far outside post to get the lead, which is what I personally think they're going to end up doing. And there's a lot more speed horses in this race. So I think he's got a chance he's going to have to hurry to get out of make sure he gets the lead. And then he's going to be getting pressed by some better quality horses than what he faced in the Fountain of Youth while going an extra furlong further. So I don't really like the chances there. Or number two is they try to take him back, which puts him out of his game that he's ran his two best races in. And he could run the risk of getting stuck 4 or 5 wide on the first turn. And just neither one of those scenarios sound too great to me. And I also think he ran his best race in the Holy Bull. And after we watch the replays, I'll show you why. And we'll get into the Holy Bull race. He's the number 4 horse. And this race also
Julian Laparoux to the outside.
And I thought Tiz the Law really handled Ete Indien easily in this race, especially when you start seeing everything that goes against Tiz the Law. Like, look, Tiz the Law breaks where it looks like he's actually going to be the front runner in this race, but Franco's going to take him back, and then Ete Indien is going to assume the role of the front runner. And it looked like it didn't take that much. Urgent is a very easy lead for Ete Indien. And right about here, you're going to see Franco start getting on Tiz the Law, trying to take him back, and he's going to move him towards the outside about 3 wide. As you can see right there, he's taking him back. And Ete Indien's getting pressed just a touch. I wouldn't even really say a whole lot. He's getting a nice, comfortable trip. And in just a few moments, you're going to see Tiz the Law, after getting taken back, getting put out where he's going about 3 wide. He's going to meet up with Ete Indien on the turn, and he's going to overtake him what I think is very easily. Now I imagine at the finish, like, Tiz the Law cuts in front of Ete Indien, but I imagine the horse first race off a long layoff, having to go through all that trouble. I could see that he was getting kind of tired, and you see Ete Indien, the jockey's all out on him right here, trying to ask him to go, and Franco and Tiz the Law is just going to take over and draw off and win. So just seeing that performance makes it kind of hard to go with Ete Indien, because I just don't see where the scenario gets better for him. If anything, I think it favors Tiz the Law better this time. It'll be his second start off the layoff. So there could be a chance for even more forward improvement, which is crazy to think about. And I just don't see the tables getting turned. And we'll cut that off, and we'll go to the past performance for it. They ran the mile and 16th in 142.04. Of course, Ete Indien is going to be just a little bit slower, about 3 lengths slower. So probably looking at about 142.45, maybe 50, something like that. Not really a whole lot of good comparison races. At the time, what I thought was going to be a good comparison race, and I'll show it in this race right here, race number 4, where Fearless was a lightly race, Todd Pletcher 4-year-old, and he ran 142.13, and he ran on the Louisiana Derby undercard and did not fire at all. So it kind of makes me wonder a little bit, but I don't know, maybe Fearless could just be a Gulfstream horse. But at the time, seeing that he won by 8.5 lengths, and this is about the only comparison, because generally you see in a fast race a lot of gaps between the finishers. So like 8.5 is good, and you see it's very spaced out as you go through, and you'll see in the Fountain of Youth, 3 lengths to Ete Indien, 11.5 to the next one, 4.25, 2.25. So I took that as a sign of being a really good race. And we'll get to the Fountain of Youth, and I'll let the track announcer handle this one.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the phasing tip in Fountain of Youth. Dennis's moment broke pretty well today, but on the far outside, there goes Ete Indien from the 11 post to the rail. He was quick out of there and crossed over from the high draw. Moving to take second is Gear Jockey, as seen on TV, is an early third, with Liam's Lucky Charm away in fourth. Down inside, it's Master Day. Then it's the favorite Dennis's moment. He's in the blue colors, about 5 lengths off the lead. Moving on his outside, that's Shotsky. He was 4 wide on that first turn run. Saving ground is Candy Tycoon third last, and the two at the back are the Falcon and Country Grammar. They complete the opening quarter and head into the backstretch. Ete Indien and Florent Giroux on top by a length. Second to Gear Jockey, as seen on TV, is together with Liam's Lucky Charm. They're third and fourth. Up on the outside, Shotsky is now fifth. In between horses, Dennis's moment is sixth. Master Day seventh toward the inside. Candy Tycoon is eighth. It's a gap of 4. Ninth is Country Grammar. And 10th and last is the Falcon. They make their way to the half-mile grounds. They do go to the first finish line here, with Ete Indien in front from the outset, leads a half a length. Liam's Lucky Charm moves 3 wide. Gear Jockey's in the 2-path. As seen on TV, gets the hurry up to keep up with these top horses. A length and a half better than Shotsky. Down at the inside in Master Day. Then on the outside to Candy Tycoon. Dennis's moment is not picking up his feet at all. Dennis's moment is backpedaling. He's now back second last. The Falcon is last with less than a quarter of a mile to go. Ete Indien with enterprising tactics from the outset, and he's still well clear. Ete Indien and Florent Giroux into the short stretch on top. Long shot Master Day cuts the corner to try to get a slice. Shotsky down the center with as seen on TV. Inside the final 16th of the phasing tipped in Fountain of Youth, and it's all about Biancone. It's all about Ete Indien, who wins stylishly.
And that's that race. It looked like he won fairly easily. And we'll go to the race card. And I think he ran this race a little bit slower than the Holy Bull race, and I know the time is slower, and that doesn't mean anything, but I'll compare some other races on the card and show why I think he ran a little slower. You'll see 23:14, 46:72, 1:11:30, 1:36:44, and 1:43:02. And there was a couple of mile races on the card that was supposed to be less quality horses. And you'll see 1:36:44. And I'll go up to the Gulfstream Park Mile, where Mr. Freeze won over Fat Man, Hog Creek Hustle. And they ran 1:34:80. Now I know it's a 1-turn mile at Gulfstream, and that was a 2-turn mile and a 16th, but I think the time should have been a little bit closer. That's kind of a big gap there. And I'll go to another couple races that ran at a mile. You'll see this one, the Devonadale Stakes for fillies, 3-year-old females. And of course this is a 1-turn mile, but it's 1:36:77, so they only ran 0.33 seconds slower than Ete Indien. And these are females. They're not supposed to be quite on the same level as the males this time of year. And I'll find another dirt race and show you. This was a slow time, 1:37:80 for maidens. Uh, 1 1/16 miles from the dirt allowance, optional claiming race. Harvey Waldbanger, you might remember him. He won the Holy Bull last year at really high odds. I want to say it's like 40, 50 to 1, something like that. And 143.07. And I don't think anybody's going to consider Harvey Wallbanger a top horse by any means. So I think that race was a little bit worse than the Holy Bull for Ete Indian. And just given all that's going against him, I'm gonna go against him. Uh, as y'all know, I don't like to do win bets. I like to stick with exactas, trifectas, superfectas. And in the case of this Saturday, I'm going to do the Rainbow Six. It's got a big mandatory payout. And Ete Indy is not going to be on that pick six. Tiz the Law is going to be my sole single, and I'll do that getting to him on another video. And I might put Ete Indian at third or fourth just to potentially cover in superfectas, but I'm even leaning towards just taking him off of it and going with some of these other horses, maybe trying to potentially get a bigger ticket just because I don't, sometimes you want to make big money in horse racing, you got to go against the grain a little bit. And I see enough potential scenarios where I believe going against the grain is not a bad option. And who knows, I might eat those words and Ete Indian win the Florida Derby, and I'll get called out in the comments section over it. Or I'll be right, he finishes dead last, and I'll look like the genius. But I'm going to go with I'm going to keep him out of my superfecta. I'm just going to take a stand. If I was y'all and played it safe, it wouldn't hurt to put him third or fourth. But that's my opinion on him. Thank y'all for watching. There'll be more videos to come.